Nest is an organization that brings visibility and business development to artisans and home workers globally. The craft economy is a $34 billion industry, equal in size to the coffee economy. It's the second largest employer of women in emerging markets, behind only agriculture. Up to 60% of current fashion garment production is happening in homes, not inside regulated four-wall factories. In many countries, discrimination of women is such that they can't actually work outside of the home, and so it is a huge opportunity to ethically employ women if it's done in a visible and protected way. We like to say that we're bringing visibility to artisans, viability to their businesses, and value back to craft. I think it's really important that we move from a culture that sees craft as kind of kitschy or something you pick up on your travels to really seeing it as high-skilled labor, which it is. It's hand beading, it's hand embroidery, it's skill sets that are very challenging, hand-woven silks and textiles from around the world. And so really trying to bring an emphasis back on the fact that hand production is actually the first and true luxury, and really kind of return value back into that proposition in that sector. But because it hasn't been invested in, there's no innovation. There are so many sector-wide challenges that still exist. And so we're kind of focused as an organization, not just on the direct service to individual artisans, but how do we, as an entire kind of industry, solve for some of those challenges, encourage innovation to help bring the entire movement forward. Inherently, there's sort of been two approaches in the artisan nonprofit landscape. One has been to be a market, but I think that you have very limited ability as a small startup to have market reach. So you can maybe support a community of artisans, but even that's difficult. And so to be able to tackle a global challenge with tens of millions of women that have the capability to produce, you need much greater purchasing power. One of our best partners is the company West Elm, and they made a Clinton Global Initiative commitment to purchase $35 million a year from artisans. I mean, a small nonprofit would never be able to do that kind of commitment, and so to be able to work with companies that do have that purchasing power to do it ethically achieves much greater scale. GLG has been amazing because I actually think that so much of Nest's work has been learning from experts from other industries, from people where innovation has happened. You know, we have so much to learn from agriculture and from coffee and from supply chains that have had a lot of investment and a lot of innovation and are very similar. Our ideal hope is that the work that we're able to provide to companies really help support not only their social efforts, but their retail efforts as well. I mean, I think it's only sustainable if it actually does both simultaneously. And so we were thrilled last year. Our artisan businesses saw a 45% increase in production, a 76% increase in revenue. So if we can really help solve production, quality control, communication challenges, if we can help bring visibility to supply chains, if consumers can understand and demand artisan goods, then hopefully it does both, right? I mean, I think that's where we want to head as an economy, is that doing good and making money obviously can't be in competition all the time. And so hopefully we can create solutions that allow companies to do both simultaneously.